Hey guys, Sri Lanka Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Thanks again for joining me on this trip today. I'm really happy that you're able to log on and see this video. Please click the like button, click the subscribe button as usual. And if you want to support the channel, why don't you make a comment? Even just a smiley face, I would truly appreciate that. It helps the channel get out there. That's what I really need your help with. And if you want to support the channel, buy me a coconut. Passively, you can just watch a commercial. Watching a commercial supports the channel because it's monetized. So that I would truly, truly appreciate it. Today, we're gonna talk about why did I leave Canada in 2007? And why did I leave South Korea? Why did I leave Canada in 2007 to go to South Korea? And why did I leave South Korea 3 years ago to come here? How and why? I mean, those are three completely separate countries on different parts of the world. What made me want to do that? Stick around and I'll tell you that story. All right, guys, so thank you for joining again. I really do appreciate it, all the support. Please, really would appreciate a comment. Let me know what you think of this story, what you want to hear, what you like, what you don't like. Here on a happy Sunday fun day in Jayala, Sri Lanka. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. I am a semi-retired Canadian citizen, Sri Lankan citizen, and I'm hanging out here with my mom and dad, semi-retired, working online. 2007, I was working full-time for a pension fund in Canada. I'm a Canadian citizen, so I'd lived there for 35 years at that time. I was, 38, 39 years old. And I had moved to Canada when I was 6 years old. I was born in China. My dad was a diplomat. Born in China, grew up in Italy, Europe, then moved to Canada when I was 5 or 6 years old. At that point in my life, I'd spoken 4 languages. Overall in my life, I've spoken 9 languages, lived in 10 countries, visited over 100. I have 2 passports and 3 permanent residences. Korea, Thailand, and I don't have Philippines yet. I'm working on Philippines. So, 2007, I got divorced. Wasn't happy with my life, wasn't happy with my job. I wasn't happy. I was overweight. I was like 100 kilos. I was ready to have a heart attack and die. I'm 39 years old. Hated my life. Hated where it was and where it was going. So I'm thinking, I'm happiest when I'm traveling. So since I'm divorced, I said, frick it, I don't have kids, I don't have any responsibility. I'm gonna find a job where I travel. Tried to find a job. Now we're in the middle of the recession, the global recession. Couldn't find a job, couldn't find anything, couldn't do anything. So I'm reaching out to friends for advice, talking to friends. So this was September 2007. Early 2008, my friend, who is a Korean Canadian living in Korea with her Canadian boyfriend, said, you got to come out here. With your education and your background, you can teach English here and make a killing. You know, $100 an hour, just teaching English. There's no skill required. It's so easy. So, you know, thinking about it, I just said, great. I packed my bags, bought a one-way ticket, first class, ended up never paying that credit card. And flew over. Within a week, I knew I was never leaving, and that was 17 years ago. Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammy, thanks for joining. I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the channel.
I really appreciate you taking the time to support the channel, clicking like, sharing, and commenting. But I need to ask you for a little bit of help and helping me get the channel up and running a little bit better. Please click the link down below if you want to support the channel and buy me a coconut. What I will do is I will match the dollars and I will go out and buy fresh fruit and vegetables from local farmers on the roadside. You guys have seen me do that before. I'll continue doing that by supporting the local economy. Passively, if you would like to, you can just watch a commercial. I am monetized, so if you watch an ad all the way through, a couple, that would really help the channel. And even more so, click the link of the ad and let it pop up on your computer. Leave it open for a few minutes. That would really help the channel passively. And one last thing, if you could please just put a comment, an emoji, one word saying hello, saying hi, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Vesak, Happy Poya, whatever it is, whenever it is, I truly appreciate it. Sri Lankan Sammy, loving you all. We'll see you all on the other side.
I never left. I never been back to Canada. Renewed my Canadian passport, but I never been back to Canada. The furthest west I've ever been is Sri Lanka, other than Dubai for a layover. But the furthest west I've ever been is Sri Lanka. The furthest east is Japan. The furthest north is Korea. And the furthest south is Singapore. So that's my village right now. That's where I like to stay. So I left because I wasn't happy. And I saw an opportunity and I took the gamble. That's the trick. You have to be comfortable in taking the gamble. Now, I had debt. For the first 2 years I lived in Korea, I had debt. I had to pay off that debt. And when I did, I stopped working. And I just lived life. I lived to pay only for what I needed. I didn't save a lot of money, right? So that was my mistake. I should have worked a little harder, but life was good. Life was easy. I didn't need to. And then COVID happened and I realized, I need to settle down and focus on my retirement because I can't keep doing this forever. Also, I won't have a visa after 2027. So I need to focus on that. Then why did I leave South Korea and come to Sri Lanka? Well, it's a little noisy over there, so I'm just gonna go down this way. Well, what happened was, 2020, I can't remember when I left, 2020, 2021, basically after COVID, I think it was 2021, after COVID happened, who knew, right? I thought it would be over and I'd be back in the clubs, right? And we had a little lull and I actually got offered a job in Gangnam. They weren't willing to pay me what I wanted. So I didn't take the job, but 2 weeks later, everything closed again. So clubs kept opening, closing. It was ridiculous. So finally, when things started to settle down, I was just like, I would put out feelers and they were just like not what I wanted to do. Not offering me the money I wanted, not offering me the job title I wanted. And I'm not gonna sell myself short. I'm not gonna do less. I'm not gonna do more for less. That's not gonna happen. I value myself way more than that. So then what happened was, I was working pretty well 90% online. And then I started to think, you know what, I can do this in Sri Lanka. I can do this in Sri Lanka, save my money instead of spending all my money on rent and food and entertainment here in Korea. Because now that I'm not working in a club, I have to pay for my own drinks and parties and blah, 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 right? When I worked in the club, everything was free. And people came to me. Now I gotta go out and pay taxi and drinks and food and everything like that. So I'm spending a crap ton of money. I'm making good money, but then I'm spending like $3,000 on rent and entertainment. And I even cut down. I moved to a smaller apartment after COVID because I can't entertain anymore. Didn't know how long COVID would last. after it got serious. So then finally I said, you know what, screw it. I'm fine with just buckling down and working for a couple of years till my visa expires, and then take that money and sleep in Sri Lanka for the rest of my life. And I'm here with mom and dad. Somebody's got to be here to take care of them as well. It's one of the things my brother says all the time. He says he's so glad I'm here. So glad that there's someone here. I mean, there's family here. There's tons of family here. But to have the blood relative, yeah, that's more important. So I made that decision. I packed up, landed, sold everything in Korea, landed here, moved in, and I think it was a day after I landed, I did my first class online, and just it grew from that. And now I'm working 40, 50 hours a week online, making super good money. And really enjoying it. I mean, it's not easy because, you know, I have to schedule my time and everything like that, but I'm doing it because I want to, right? So that's why I left Sri Lanka. I left Korea to come to Sri Lanka. Am I leaving Sri Lanka? No. I am going to travel. My plans for the future are Sri Lanka, spring and fall, late fall, Philippines, early spring. So like October, November, Philippines, January, February, Thailand, then back to Sri Lanka for the summer. Or maybe a little bit of Korea in the summer. But never again am I doing cold weather. I haven't been cold in 3 years. I don't know what cold is like. So that's basically my story. I want to say thank you guys for joining me. Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Click the link down below. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment. I truly appreciate it. See you all on the other side.